What we do here is go back.
Yeah, man. What's up, everybody? You know me. I'm basically your mayor here at Me Reading Stuff. The name, Robin O'Neill. The game, you know I don't play games, I keep it real. I'm honest and I'm full of love, and this is an After Dark podcast, everybody. Why do I keep saying everybody? I've noticed that's a new thing with me over the last couple of weeks. I think that a lot of people comment on how many times I say you guys. Never in a mean way. It's just I'm a you guys person. I'm from Nebraska. What do you want from me? And so maybe I'm trying to say everybody instead. This has all been kind of not intentional, but I'm noticing, I'm like, how many times am I going to say everybody? I try to say it like that. Everybody. Listen, After Dark podcast. I'm still trying to work this out. I don't have a lot of free time. In fact, I have no free time. But I kind of want to continue. I got enough feedback from you guys. I want to continue to do it twice a week. Hold on, you guys. I got to cough and drink some water. I hope you guys are drinking 2 gallons of water a day, like me, still. What was I saying? I got a lot of feedback. Everybody was very respectful to me, saying, you know what? I get it. You're busy. You do what you want. I will definitely miss 2 episodes a week, though. So everyone who responded, thank you very much. I do want to do twice a week, but a lot of people mention they love After Darks, and I am more alive at night. I've said that a million times. My daily energy levels go like this. I usually get up at 7:30. That varies because sometimes I stay up extra late, but 7:30, let's say. I'm kind of low energy until about 3 p.m., even though I have injected as much coffee into my body as anyone could take. 3, though, I start to come alive a bit for whatever reason. I always crash after lunch, and then something happens. I'm like, oh, here we go. Then after dinner, kind of tired again. I'm always tired after I eat. 10 o'clock p.m., don't even get near me. I'm so full of energy, it's crazy. Mental and physical energy. So that's why I'm a good nighttime person in my studio. And that's what I'm doing right now. You can probably hear, I've got my windows open because it's cooler, it's nighttime. I'm enjoying the energy of that. So you'll hear a lot of probably sirens. I don't want to say exactly, but I live close to a certain... Okay, I just idiotically gave away where I lived, so we patched in what do we call those again? A radio sting. But back to the matter at hand, I think that I'll just do every Thursday morning as usual, and then at some point during the week, I'm going to give you guys an After Dark. How does that sound? Do you guys like that? Do you not like that? Do you hate me? Do you love me? Listen, I'm not happy about what's going on in our country right now, obviously. Who is? I'm at a loss, really, and I wish I could do something. I feel so helpless, and I don't know. I just feel like we're up against something seemingly impossible right now. So the only thing I can ever think to do in these moments, which we've had a lot of together lately, is share something I love with you guys. At least for now, that's all I can do. I would change everything if I could. I'd save all of these beautiful, innocent people's lives, and I would make every one of you and everyone out there feel safe and able to be exactly who you are. But until I live in this, version of a utopia, I guess we have a few good, small things in life, poetry being one of them. And today, I'm going to be reading you, as promised, some more from The Making of the American Essay, edited and introduced by John DeGatta. Listen, if you haven't ordered one of these books, this is the 3rd volume in his series of American essays. This is from Grey Wolf Press. This one just came out this year. I'm going to be reading the prologue, which you can also hear John DeGatta read on one of my favorite radio programs. Of course, I've mentioned it a million times, Bookworm with Michael Silverblatt, KCRW here in Los Angeles. They come out normally every Thursday. So I'll put a link in the description of the podcast where you can buy these books and where you can hear John DeGata himself read this exact, what he's calling an essay. He teaches at University of Iowa. He directs the nonfiction writing program. There are certain people, David Foster Wallace is another one, and a lot of times Ann Carson and Carson McCullers. There are certain people who I love so much that I'm unable to speak about them. So that's my way of telling you, if I do that, I'm going to sound so insane. So I'm not going to do that, but I do really believe in what he's doing, and I think this is necessary reading for everybody. So, and I would never say that. You guys know, I often know, hey, this isn't for everybody. A lot of the things I read, they're just not for everybody. This, I think you can find something you love in this, no matter who the hell you are. So also, you guys know in my studio, I've told you this, I'm very, very invested in creation stories right now. That's what I'm working towards, 3 shows. They're all about that. So this one, and I'm reading the Popol Vuh over and over and taking extensive notes and turning them into images for my shows. So this is yet another creation story. It is called Simply Creation. This is from Anonymous. This is the Caddo Indian tribe. And this was written in 1000 CE. All right, here we go. Water went, they say. Land was not, they say. Water only then. Mountains were not, they say. Stones were not, they say. Fish were not, they say. Deer were not, they say. Grizzlies were not, they say. Panthers were not, they say. Wolves were not, they say. People were washed away, they say. Grizzlies were washed away, they say. Panthers were washed away, they say. Deer were washed away, they say. Coyotes were not then, they say. Ravens were not then, they say. Herons were not, they say. Woodpeckers were not, they say. Then wrens were not, they say. Then hummingbirds were not, they say. Then otters were not, they say. Then jackrabbits, gray squirrels were not, they say. Then long-eared mice were not, they say. Then wind was not, they say. Then snow was not, they say. Then rain was not, they say. Then it didn't thunder, they say. Then trees were not when it didn't thunder, they say. It didn't lighten, they say. Then clouds were not, they say. Fog was not, they say. It didn't appear, they say. Stars were not, they say. It was very dark. Well, I can say without a doubt, I'd rather live in that world than this one. You should also listen to Anthony and the Johnsons' Another World right now. Well, hell, I'll put a link to that one. Aren't you guys just simply glad I didn't talk about toilet paper this episode? That's a first. Don't think I didn't want to. I always want to talk about 3-ply toilet paper. And if I ever come to your house, you best have... I'll accept 2-ply. I will not accept 1-ply. I don't bring my own. I deal with it. I'm not that kind of bitch. But I'll be honest, deep down, I will be sad about it. I will want something softer. See, I did talk about it. What is wrong with me? Be safe out there, you guys. Tell your loved ones how much you love them. They may need to hear that right now. Be careful on the internet. Always check your motivations in all that you do. Close your curtains at night. Look behind you. Lock your doors. Don't answer DMs from people you don't know. I don't know why I'm turning into somebody who's an expert on how to not be a victim in a horror movie right now, but I am. It's all these scary shows I watch all day. Drink lots of water. I know I just mentioned that. Do your laundry. Make people happy. Slow down. Get some sleep. Remember, I love you. Thank you for listening. And I'll talk to you again on Thursday.